Hi everybody, I'm back with another big haul of movies, classic movies on DVD and Blu-ray. I hope you watched my last video, or it was part one. This is part two, so I have a lot more to see for you in the other video if you haven't seen it yet. Um, I do have a little buyer's remorse because my record store got in a huge collection of old movies, and they're on DVD, some of them, and some of them are on Blu-ray. And it's funny that, I'm doing so much better, big time, when it comes to addiction and collecting and having that collector's gene. But the thing is, when it comes to music, I've done very well at avoiding many records that I would have ordinarily have bought in the past. But when it came to this movie collection, I felt like I wanted to see a lot of these, check them out. A lot of these are maybe one and done. Plus, I'm not really a DVD collector anymore. I'm a Blu-ray collector. So how many of these, if I like them, would I upgrade to Blu-ray? Well, the way I'm justifying this in my mind best I can is that these were from $2 to $5 each, depending which movie it was. And I looked at it as like an old Blockbuster rental. You used to go to Blockbuster, you'd put down $2 or $5 and you'd rent a movie for the night. So they're rentals. Look at it that way. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Okay, I spent a lot of time here. First of all, let's talk about this one, which I have never seen. Billy Wilder's Ace in the Hole. If you watched my last live stream, 4D Man was on there telling me you got to pick this up. And he was very much interested in this newspaper that's here on the side, which is intact here, okay? I don't know. I bought this just to make him happy because hopefully I'll get to see it and tell you what I think of it with, $5 on this is what it cost me to get it. So, okay, now these are in no particular order. I picked up these two, the two Charlie Chaplin movies. Now, one of them here is The Gold Rush, okay, and the other one here is Modern Times. First of all, these are just beautiful to look at. A lot of people put down the old-fashioned snapper cases. I mean, one thing I'll tell you about these snapper cases was the disc never fell off the hub. Say what you will about snapper cases, but they never fell off the hub. And some of them were nice the way they opened up like that to produce photos. And before I go on, let me just tell you, what I'm concerned about here a little bit is, I like Charlie Chaplin. Suppose I wind up liking these movies. I'm sure that since these movies have been released, I mean, these were released a long time ago. Let's see. This looks like how could it be 1996? It says 1996. Could that be right? DVD didn't come out till 1997. I can't really read it. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, anyway, suppose I wind up getting to the point where I want to get these on Blu-ray with, I'm sure these films by the time of this release have been really restored somewhere. So there are probably better copies of this to be had. Okay, let's go fast through these because it's going to take a while. This is Spencer Tracy, Katharine Hepburn, Woman of the Year on a snapper case. This is Bette Davis, Dark Victory. I like Bette Davis. Somehow I've never seen Dark Victory. Don't know how that could be, but I saw this one. George Raft, Ida Lupino, Bogart, They Drive by Night. These things are beautiful, these snapper case artworks. Okay, back to Bette Davis again for The Little Foxes. Another Bette Davis movie that I somehow never caught up with. Okay, The Haunting. I've only seen bits and pieces of The Haunting. I know. I should be ashamed of myself. But another snapper case. All right. Here's one that's a modern film compared to the others. Coming Home. I saw Coming Home on cable TV a long time ago. I want to give Coming Home another chance. Give it proper due. Bette Davis again in Now Voyager. These are all great titles, and if you like Bette Davis, you should have fun with these. I like Bette Davis. Adam's Rib. I've seen this a long time ago. Remember enjoying it. Another snapper case. Tracy Hepburn again. Okay. I saw this movie too, which I liked very much. Jezebel. I remember seeing this and really liking it. Henry Fonda with Bette Davis again, directed by William Wyler. Okay, I've never seen this, and don't you do this to me. Gaslight me. Gaslighting. Yeah, gaslight. Look at these. These covers are beautiful. I'll tell you, the artwork alone. Okay. Okay, James Cagney in a movie called Lady Killer, which I have not seen before. All right. Robert Mitchum, Out of the Past. All right. I think I saw this movie one time and enjoyed this. Spencer Tracy in Bad Day at Black Rock. Again, you know, some of these movies you think to yourself, well, wait a minute, you know, I want these on Blu-ray. You know, I don't want the. They've been improved. A lot of these movies have been restored and improved in HD. Anyway, I've never seen Rio Bravo, and here it is, in a very old snapper case. At least snapper cases never fail. I mean, you could say what they're old. They're from the 90s. The first DVDs that ever came out were on these snapper cases in the 1990s, and I've never known them to fail. Here's an interesting movie called Black Legion with Humphrey Bogart. All right. Okay, here's Edward G. Robinson in Brother Orchid. All right. Try that out. Now, of course, the next movie I'm going to show you is a Bogart movie, a classic that I've seen before. So I know this movie, The Treasure of the Sierra Madre. That's the copy that I chose to pick. There were two copies of this. This one was the one I went with. I've seen this movie, another Bette Davis movie, The Letter. So I saw that. I need to give this another view. Alfred Hitchcock, North by Northwest. I mean, this was always kind of confusing to me, and I don't think I've ever, in a dedicated way, sat through the entire movie. Okay, here's Olivia de Havilland in The Dark Mirror. Okay. Another Bette Davis movie with Miriam Hopkins. That's a good team up, called The Old Maid. And this is on one of those made-on-demand discs. It's like a burned disc, not a pressed disc. So we'll see how that goes. Never saw this one with Tracy and Hepburn. All right, were both of them in here? No, I'm sorry, it's not Tracy. It's Cary Grant, James Stewart, and Katharine Hepburn. I'm sorry. Philadelphia Story. Okay, classic movie that I still haven't seen. Snapper case. Never thought I would start promoting snapper cases when I set out to make this. Okay, here we go. He Walked by Night. Richard Basehart. Okay, this one I'm taking a real chance on. Barbara Stanwyck and Henry Fonda, The Lady Eve. This is a Criterion, but I'm taking a chance on it because everybody's telling me Barbara Stanwyck. Oh, Barbara Stanwyck. You got to watch a lot of Barbara Stanwyck. So we'll see. Okay, this is Will Success Spoil Rock Hunter, which is featured Jane Mansfield, but also Tony Randall. Tony Randall's always a lot of fun, so we'll try that out. Here's the most modern film I've got, Hollywoodland. I picked it up. It's $1. This was $1. I've never seen this. The story of George Reeves and his death, a mysterious death. How did he die? Was it, you know, somebody take him out? Or did he unalive himself? You got to say it that way. The Wild Bunch, classic Western that I've never seen. So some of them here are Blu-rays, as you can see. Joan Crawford and John Garfield in Humoresque. We'll see what that's all about one of these days. I don't know when I'll get to all of these, I'll tell you right now. Pursued. Okay, Pursued with Robert Mitchum again is in this, so Robert Mitchum I take a chance with. Finally, this is a movie I saw in a revival theater and I loved it. And it's funny, I'll show it and then talk about it. Fritz Lang's M with Peter Lorre. I saw this in a revival theater many years ago in the 90s. And I thought it was so great. It really lived up to its reputation. Then I remember getting a Criterion disc. It wasn't this one. It was a different one. I think it was Criterion. It was a thicker disc, I think. Anyway, and I rewatched it on DVD. And I didn't enjoy it as much. So, but still, here I am again, still glutton for punishment. Going to try it a third time at some point. That's it, everybody. This was a fun video to make, and you know, some people think you're going to go back to that store, you're going to go and hit them again, you're going to tap them out. No, I'm not. I'm done. I really am. If I, if I happen to be in the store, I'm not going out of my way. If I happen to be in the store and I see one or two catch my eye that I missed, fine. But I'm not going to be getting 30 of them again. I'm done. I hope this turns out to be a good endeavor that I did, because I hope I didn't bite off more than I could chew, so to speak. Enjoy, and see you soon.